What's going on, guys? Back with another video. So Jasmine Lane posted a couple clips from Pierre Poilievre's speech yesterday at the Calgary Stampede, and she says, so she's got two clips here. The first one says, "That's a speech and story you will never hear from Mark Carney. Pierre Poilievre is so back. Bless you for your selflessness, Damien Keurig. A true patriot long before it was socially acceptable to be one." So let's get into these videos now. Before we do, please don't forget to like and subscribe, as it really does help grow the channel. And I appreciate you guys so much for all you do. It really helps me grow, and it means a lot to me. So let's have a look at this, then we'll talk about it after, like usual.
A great farmer, beloved in his community, known and trusted by people far and wide. And the story that touches me most about him and Danielle was about a year ago, his father passed away unexpectedly right in the middle of the harvest, and they have 6,000 acres that they had to bring home. And if you can imagine, making arrangements and mourning such a loss in the middle of the harvest was a big problem. They didn't know how they were going to bring home the crop. Then all of a sudden, there were these combines that just appeared from all directions on one morning. And they fanned out into the field, and they brought home the crop and dropped it in the bins and went back to their farms to do their jobs. And that really is the story of Alberta, isn't it? It was a harvest in more than one way. It was a harvest of the crop that had been planted, but also a harvest of all the friendships that had been built over so many years. But the Alberta way didn't require a government program or a grant or an application to come to the rescue in a time of difficulty, because that's not how Albertans work. They get up, they get it done, they do what's right, they help a neighbor, and when they're done, they don't expect any thank you. They go back to doing their business and caring for their families. That's what it means to be an Albertan. That's the spirit of the Stampede, the spirit of free enterprise, personal responsibility, communities coming together, neighbors helping each other. It's about...
Yeah, so I mean, that's a nice story, you know, and you don't hear enough of that. You know, especially, you know, when you're in a situation like me and a lot of you, you know, we're in big cities. People, we don't even know each other's neighbors' names. Like, you know, it's like we're so packed in closely together, yet we don't even know each other. And I'm sure this is all across Canada, and, you know, small towns, everyone knows each other, but you know, it seems like a different way of life in rural Alberta. And Pierre Poilievre, it's nice. It's actually nice that he's got a riding out in Alberta. It's where he's from. He's really loved there. If you saw my video yesterday, you know, when he got a standing ovation, and you know, they stood on their feet and clapped and cheered for him and his wife for a couple minutes, and it was nice to see. You know, it's Alberta's really appreciative of a guy like Pierre Poilievre, and you gotta see why. And he hears these stories, and they're very heartwarming and inspiring, and he shares it because he remembers the stories. You won't hear that from Mark Carney, as Jasmine said. There's a reason for that. He doesn't care. A lot of people think that Mark Carney's here and he's in it for us. He's not. Dude's a skid mark. Let's be honest here. He's a banker. He's an elitist. He hasn't even lived here most of his life. I mean, calls himself a proud European. You know, Pierre's a proud Canadian, and that's what we need to be a Canadian Prime Minister. So the second video here is, according to Jasmine Lane, this is without a doubt the most powerful thing Pierre Poilievre has ever said. Share with every Liberal you know. Well, there's a lot of Liberals, I shouldn't say a lot, but there's a few Liberals who like to check out this channel and troll in the comments, or, you know, give a dislike to the video, whatever. It's a free country for now. We can do what they want. So let's have a look at this video, and then let's see if it's the most powerful thing that he's ever said, like Jasmine said.
My friends, that Mark Carney and the Liberals are spending irresponsibly and threatening our present generation with high inflation and our future generations with more debt. In fact, it looks like this year's Liberal deficit might be even bigger than the one that Trudeau left behind. The Liberals have gone from the budget will balance itself to there's no budget at all. And this is really building on their ideology: tax, regulate, subsidize, repeat. Mr. Carney has the same approach as Trudeau on this as well. Liberals block things, and then they subsidize those same things. Think about it. They block pipelines. Then they buy pipelines. They pay local bureaucracies to block home building. Then they create a $25 billion bureaucracy to build homes. They ban independent media from the internet, and then they subsidize other media, supposedly because we have a crisis in news coverage. They pass laws that stop things, and then they dig into your pocket to subsidize those same things. As Ronald Reagan put it, if anything moves, a liberal will tax it. If it keeps moving, a liberal will regulate it. And when it stops moving, a liberal will subsidize it. Now, the commonality and the consistency in all of this is the simple. By blocking you from doing something and then making you ask the government to help you do it, it makes you reliant on them. It puts them at the center of all power, in charge of your life.
That's right. It's ultimate control. And that's what the Liberals want. And there's a lot of people who vote for the Liberals who want it as well. Why do you think there's those t-shirts going around, people calling Mark Daddy? Is it because they're just weird and creepy? Well, a little bit. But it's also because they want him to be daddy. They want the government to be daddy. They don't think anything's their fault. I don't have to do anything. Government, just give me money. Give me money, give me subsidies. Do this, do that. Oh, and here's my freedom. Oh, you want me to get another booster shot? Okay. Yes, daddy. That's what it is. It's disgusting and it's creepy and it's weird. But those are three adjectives that you can use to describe a liberal these days. They're not like they used to be. You don't see JFK liberals anymore. They're all just far left woke idiots who want the government to be as big as they can possibly get and control everything that they do, everything that they say, and everything that they think. And they're okay with it because they don't think. They're those brainwashed people on the entire planet. Western liberals, I mean, my God. Am I wrong? Let me know what you think in the comments.
And that is their mission, that is their goal. Mark Carney wants a full government takeover of our economy. He wants more control over your life, so elites and insiders like him control and profit from everything. We conservatives, by contrast, we believe in freedom. We want you to have the ability to control your own destiny and make your own course. We believe in freedom of enterprise, freedom of speech, thought, religion, expression, and more. We want government that minds its own business and leaves people to be free to decide for themselves.
Well, Jasmine was right. That is the most powerful thing he's ever said. And it's true. And a lot of people who didn't vote think that, well, there's no difference between conservatives and liberals. Pierre just laid out the difference. Did you like being mandated and locked down 5 years ago or 3 years ago, whenever it was? Nope, you didn't. And then you stayed home and let the liberals win another election. So don't complain. I don't want to hear it. The liberals and the conservatives are the exact same thing, and that's not the case anymore. Doug Ford, yes, he agreed with everything that they did during the pandemic. He's no conservative. He's not in any way is he conservative. That dude's a liberal. What we need is more people like Danielle Smith and Pierre Poilievre who want to just, hey, we're here to serve you, create policies that, again, build the roads, fix the schools, build the hospitals, yada, yada, yada. But other than that, stay out of it. Stay out of everything else. Let Canadians live how they choose to live. If they want to get a booster shot, they can. If they want to wear 3 masks while they're alone in their car, okay, you can. You look stupid, but let's be honest. You shouldn't be making people wear masks, get certain medications. It's their body, their choice, right? And the liberals always complain about the conservatives. Oh, they're going to take away our rights. Like, you idiots. Like, how stupid do you have to be pro-choice and yet you're pro-mandate at the same time? Just imagine that. And see, this is, again, Western liberals, the dumbest, most easily manipulated people of all time, and they just proved it again. Well, Trudeau's gone. Thank God. The whole party's different now. It's like, same promises, same cabinet, no budget, ridiculous overspending, caving to Trump, and that's just within 4 months. You got played. Again. It's been a rough 5 years for you dummies, hasn't it? But nothing's going to change. they'll believe what they believe, and I'm a conspiracy theorist, and yada, yada, yada. It's the same old rhetoric. Some people you'll just never be able to convince. But there are a lot of swing voters in this country who can be convinced. And for those of you who swung over to the Liberals because you decided Mark Carney was the best guy, how's that going for you so far? People are more optimistic because they just still think that, well, Trudeau's gone and this guy's better. Nope, he's worse. Much worse, and you'll see very shortly. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. And again, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help grow the channel. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back shortly with a new one.